Welcome to JHC de Mexico. We are a world leader company in the manufacture of medical equipment and healthcare such as beds, mattresses, control units, wheelchairs, slings, and panels. At JHC de Mexico, we are pleased that you are visiting our facilities. Our overriding priority is to protect the health and safety of our employees and visitors. Remember, health and safety are a shared responsibility when you visit our facilities. Health, safety, and environment policy. We are committed to protecting the health and safety of each employee as our most important priority. We believe that all injuries and occupational illnesses can be prevented. We will not compromise the welfare of each employee in what we do. The implementation of actions to help our employees have a healthy and injury-free environment is our responsibility. The continued support to this effort is the responsibility of each employee. We will guide you to the Joerns team to ensure that we protect the welfare of each member. Next, we will share with you some of our most important safety rules which you must follow. The first 2 parking spaces in the outside of the plant are assigned to suppliers, visitors, and contractors. The internal parking is for the exclusive use of employees of the company. Upon your arrival at the gate, you must present an official ID and register with the security guard. You will be provided with a visitor's badge which you must carry in a visible place at all times while within the facility. If you are a foreign visitor, you must show your FMM permit at the security booth. If your passport was sealed at the immigration office, the visitor will have to personally return this permit to the immigration office. You must always be escorted by your host, employee, all the time you remain in the company. At JHC de Mexico, we are a cigarette smoke-free plant. Therefore, smoking is not allowed in any place within its perimeter. Eating and drinking within the production areas is not allowed. The use of personal protective equipment is mandatory according to the area you are visiting. You will be able to identify the equipment required with the following signs in each area. For eye protection, you will have to wear safety glasses in production areas, including corridors, warehouses, shipping, and receiving areas. If you do not have your own safety glasses, these will be provided by your host before entering the plant. And you will have to return them when leaving our facilities. Please notify your host if you did not bring personal protective equipment. For your own safety, enclosed shoes, preferably with non-skid soles, have to be used at all areas of the plant. The use of open shoes and/or heels over 6 centimeters are prohibited. Next, we will see some examples of the different shoes that are allowed and some examples of the shoes that are not allowed in this plant. The use of safety shoes is mandatory in areas such as welding, metal fabrication, paint manufacture, distributing, shipping, and some assembly areas. If you require immediate medical attention, we have a nursing department located within our facilities. Cellular phones are not allowed in the production areas, flammable substances areas, or laboratories. You will be able to use cellular phones only for work-related issues, and you can use them in the assigned areas such as general offices and the cafeteria. It is not allowed to take pictures, bring in laptops, and/or video cameras without the written authorization of the assigned area, IT. Do not introduce headphones, recorders, or any other electronic devices without the authorization of the company's safety department. Should you be in possession of any of these items, please report it to a plant safety officer, to receptionist, or to your host. Introducing chemical substances or materials is restricted. If you are going to work with chemical substances, these should be approved by EHS department in advance, and the containers holding the chemicals or materials must be visibly and clearly labeled. and all risk and safety phrases must match those on the material safety data sheet. The waste generated by testing or working with chemical substances shall be classified and removed from the plant. We have satellite points in each of the areas for waste management. Please dispose and segregate them correctly. If some emergency situation occurs, fires, spills, etc., please report it immediately to the Safety Plant Department at extension 8911. Remember, extension 8911. Use of fire extinguishers. In our company, we have a total of 50 fire extinguishers, which are divided in dry chemical agents and carbon dioxide, with which we can fight fires class A, B, and C. Fire extinguishers are strategically distributed throughout the plant. In case of fire, do not hesitate to use them. In case of the necessary evacuation, for your own safety, we have evacuation layouts distributed throughout the plant, which will indicate your location and the nearest evacuation route to follow. The evacuation alarm will indicate to you when it is an emergency and you must evacuate the building. In the case of an emergency, follow your host, who will show you the evacuation route, emergency exits, and meeting points for counting. If for some reason you get separated from your host, please follow the employees or identify the emergency brigade. They are trained for this situation. You must not return to the building until the authorized personnel allows you to do so. General observations. Stay away from restricted areas, which you will identify with the following sign. Be alert of the forklift traffic and the risks in the floor, which can be slippery by humidity, leaks, or spills. Keep your hands away from the electrical circuits and machinery in movement. In case you need to enter shipping and receipt areas or patios, you shall carry a reflective vest and maintain caution with vehicular traffic. At JHC de Mexico, we work with the program of CTPAT, which should not have access to the areas of shipping and receiving without authorization. Electronic communication equipment such as radios and cell phones must be turned off before entering production areas, or in areas with a high risk of fire. You can use them only in offices and cafeteria. Emerging policy. JHC de Mexico assumes its responsibility in the personal care and social responsibility in the face of the international pandemic, SARS-CoV-2 COVID-19, with the firm conviction of minimizing the occupational risk generated by the virus, and fulfill its social and humanitarian responsibility as a provider of vital inputs for the medical industry, and indispensable to the fight in the prevention and treatment of this threat that plagues not only our country, but the international community. It assumes the following actions and disciplines in the care of its personnel, and that you as a visitor should adopt. Maintain social distance 5 feet. Wash your hands and use antibacterial gel whenever possible. Do not touch your face. At the cafeteria, please respect the marked chairs that are not for use. If you cough or sneeze, use a tissue or elbow to cover your nose and mouth. Cough etiquette. Do not shake hands, kiss, or hug. Disinfect your work area and surfaces that are frequently touched. Avoid sharing common objects such as pens, cell phones, tablets, etc. If you have flu symptoms, notify the medical department immediately. Do not wait. Remember that in JHC de Mexico, the health and safety are overriding priorities, and we firmly believe that all accidents can be prevented. Safety requires teamwork. Be part of our team. Welcome to JHC de Mexico.